In the quiet of your soul, Archangel Michael beckons you to pause and don't move. Don't speak, but feel the subtle shift in the air around you. The atmosphere hums with a strange, almost otherworldly energy, a silent current that whispers of secrets long buried and truths ready to surface. You may not yet see it, but something profound has already begun to stir in the spaces where your name is spoken. Once, your name was a melody of warmth, a beacon in conversations filled with love and light. Now it lingers in hushed tones, carried on the breath of whispers, accompanied by tears and trembling glances between two women whose lives are forever entwined with yours. One older carries a secret so heavy it threatens to crush her spirit, a truth she's guarded for years. The other, younger, bears the weight of regret, a burden that gnaws at her heart with every passing day. Both are connected to you in ways you could never have fathomed, their souls entangled in a web of sorrow, guilt, and unspoken truths that are now clawing their way to the surface. Imagine a cold, unforgiving night not long ago, when the first woman, the older one, stood frozen at her doorstep, clutching an anonymous package. Inside was an old photograph of you, its edges worn, your face radiant, yet hauntingly familiar. Scrawled across it were 3 words that pierced her heart. You should have told. The moment her eyes met those words, tears streamed down her face, and she collapsed to her knees, overwhelmed by the realization that her carefully guarded secret had been unearthed. The weight of her silence, once a shield, now pressed against her chest like a stone, a punishment she could no longer outrun. Miles away in a dimly lit room, the younger woman sat hunched over her phone, your name glowing on the screen like a beacon of guilt. For over 2 hours she stared, her hands trembling as she wrestled with the urge to call you, to confess, to beg for forgiveness. But guilt, like a chain, held her back, stopping her finger from pressing the button. She knows what the older woman did, and she knows the devastation it will bring when you uncover the truth. Both women, one weathered by time, the other still young but broken, are haunted by sleepless nights, their minds consumed by the consequences of their choices. The older woman moves through her home like a ghost, her steps heavy, her heart burdened with memories she thought she had buried long ago. Each creak of the floorboards, each flicker of light, feels like an echo of her past mistakes, a reminder of the moment she chose silence over truth. She walks past framed photographs, their faces blurred by time, but yours remains vivid in her mind, a constant accusation she cannot escape. The younger woman, meanwhile, avoids mirrors, terrified of her own reflection. Her eyes, once bright, now reflect the pain of everything she's lost because of her actions. She sees you in her own features, a cruel reminder of the trust she shattered. This was never the plan. A betrayal was never meant to unfold. Yet now both women weep for you, because of you, and for the truth that is clawing its way to the light, refusing to stay hidden any longer. One of them, in the stillness of the night, whispered your name into the darkness, praying the pain would fade, hoping the weight of her guilt would lift. It didn't. The other penned a letter she will never send, its pages filled with words she cannot say aloud. She reads it over and over, each line a confession, each word a plea for absolution she knows she doesn't deserve. Deep within your spirit, you feel it, a gnawing unease, a tightness in your chest that comes out of nowhere. This is not mere anxiety. It is the energy of hidden truths pressing against your soul, demanding to be acknowledged. You've sensed it for weeks, perhaps months, the feeling that something is off, that the world around you is holding its breath, waiting for the moment of revelation. Last night the older woman heard your name carried on the wind, a fleeting sound that broke her all over again. She keeps a photograph of you tucked beneath her pillow, its edges softened by countless nights of tears. She clutches it as if it could anchor her, but it only deepens her sorrow. The silence surrounding her is not peace, is torment, a relentless reminder of her failures. The younger woman, meanwhile, is preparing for the inevitable moment when she must face you. She imagines your eyes meeting hers, the recognition of her shame reflected in your gaze. She carries the weight of her actions like a badge, a constant reminder of the night she betrayed you, the night she chose loyalty to another over her promise to you. Archangel Michael speaks with unwavering clarity. You have no idea what has been concealed from you, nor why these two women, bound by their shared guilt, can no longer find rest in the quiet of their own minds. They never expected it to go this far. They thought you would crumble, shattered by their betrayal, left broken and forgotten in the wake of their choices. They believed you would fade, your spirit dimmed by the weight of their actions. But you defied their expectations. Something within you, something divine, unbreakable, kept you rising, stronger and more radiant with each passing day. The older woman has tried to erase herself from your story, deleting photographs from her phone, burning letters in a desperate attempt to sever the ties that bind her to your pain. She scrubbed her digital footprint, removed every trace of you from her life. But the universe refuses to let her forget. Your name haunts her dreams, each one more vivid, more accusing than the last. In these dreams, you stand before a closed door, resolute and unyielding, refusing to walk away. That door holds every truth they believed you would never uncover, every secret they thought would remain buried forever. But one of them is ready to open that door now. The pain of holding it shut is killing her. Her health falters. Her hands tremble. Her voice cracks when she speaks your name. She cries not just for what she did, but because she knows she does not deserve your forgiveness. She sees you in every shadow, hears your voice in every quiet moment, and it breaks her anew each time. The younger woman, meanwhile, watches you from a distance, ensuring you are still okay, though she is not yet ready to speak. She prays you can feel her silent apologies carried through the ether, desperate hope that her remorse might reach you across the miles. 2 days ago, a box appeared on her porch, unmarked, containing a key wrapped in red thread, a relic that belongs to you, returned not as a gift, but as an admission of guilt.
Ow.
This key is no mere symbol. It unlocks a drawer in an old wooden desk, hidden away in a forgotten corner of her home. Inside that drawer lie letters written about you, drenched in the pain of their authors, words meant for you years ago, but held back by fear. Those letters are heavy with truth, each word a testament to the strength you embody, strength that terrifies them. For you are wiser, more connected to the divine than they ever anticipated. They thought they knew you, thought they could predict your breaking point, but you were not who they thought you were. You were stronger, forged in the fire of their betrayal, and your resilience shakes them to their core. Archangel Michael calls you into a season of revelation, a time when truths layered beneath secrets will surface, when faces behind masks will be revealed and words once hidden will come alive before your eyes. The older woman carries her shame like a second skin, her laughter silenced, her spirit dimmed because nothing makes sense since you found your strength. She stopped showing up to places she once loved, stopped smiling because your rise reminds her of everything she lost when she chose to betray you. The younger woman watches your ascent, marveling at how you shine like a phoenix, untouched by the ashes of their deceit. She wonders how you still radiate light despite the pain they caused. And her tears are not just for guilt, but for the realization of what she lost when she lost you. Your light, your power is a mirror to their shortcomings, a reminder of the love and trust they squandered. The same ones who wept in secret are now preparing to speak in truth, their voices trembling with the weight of what they must confess. The two women have finally confronted each other, their fragile bond fracturing under the weight of their shared guilt. The older one has decided to come clean, to lay bare the secrets she's carried for years. The younger one longs to flee, to escape the consequences of her actions, but there is nowhere left to hide. The truth is already on its way to youth through a phone call, a letter, a message from someone you thought you had forgotten. When it arrives, you will feel the sorrow woven into the words, the trembling of the hand that wrote them. They never meant to cry for you this long, but their tears are the only thing that feels real in the chaos they created. Your name is etched into their guilt, a permanent mark they cannot erase. They were not supposed to hurt you, but greed, jealousy, or fear clouded their judgment, leading them down a path they now regret. Every tear they shed is soaked in memories of you, memories that appear in songs that stop them in their tracks, in dreams that jolt them awake, in numbers and signs that seem to follow them everywhere. You were chosen not just to endure this pain, but to rise from it like royalty, claiming an inheritance. You are not a victim. You are a prophecy they tried to silence, a light they could not extinguish. Archangel Michael assures you that vindication is coming without you lifting a finger. Everything they buried is rising to the surface, burning with a truth they cannot deny. The older woman is preparing to revisit a place tied to your past, a location where secrets were buried, where decisions were made that altered the course of your life. Each step she takes is a countdown to her confession, a moment she both dreads and craves. The younger woman has written your name in her diary countless times this week, her hands trembling with each stroke, unsure how to face you. Yet something in her heart urges her to speak before it's too late, before the truth slips from her control. Their tears carry messages too heavy for words, and yours are carried in the hearts of those who betrayed you. Their crying is not just emotionally as spiritual, a mourning of the moment they failed you, a lament for the trust they shattered. As you rise, the weight of confusion lifts from your shoulders, the chains of their deceit falling apart at your feet. You are not just the reason they cry, you're the reason they will change. What comes next is your reward of beauty born from the storm, a purpose forged in the fire of their betrayal. The older woman stood by her fireplace yesterday, clutching a locket with your picture inside, tears falling into the flames below. That locket holds the last piece of you she thought she could keep, but she knows now that her decision years ago changed your life's trajectory. Had she told you the truth then, your journey might have been different, your path less burdened by pain. The younger woman is unraveling, her world collapsing behind closed doors where no one sees her grief. She remembers the first time you trusted her, the softness in your eyes when she promised never to betray you. Yet she did, not once but twice, and now that betrayal haunts her like a shadow, clinging to her every step. She saw you last week, across the street, unaware of her presence. She stayed in her car for hours, watching to ensure you were still smiling, knowing she does not deserve your love. Archangel Michael declares that you are on the cusp of an emotional shift unlike any other. The truth is coming from the lips of those who swore they would never tell, their tears a payment for the pain they caused. These are not casual tears. They shake the body, pull the soul to the floor, and neither woman can escape the divine justice now awakened. Their bond is breaking, their guilt a timeline written in a journal by the younger woman, every page centered on your name. The older woman holds a letter meant to explain the night your name was erased from a will, a decision she made, though not alone. They both share the guilt, knowing you were meant to inherit more than you did, a legacy they stole from you through silence and deceit. Now their silence drowns them, your voice echoing in places you've never been, your energy lingering in rooms they once claimed. You are rising, and it terrifies them, for your ascent means every buried truth is surfacing, ready to be seen by the world. The younger woman broke down in public last week, whispering your name through trembling lips, unable to contain her sorrow. Someone close to you will soon speak, their words sinking into your bones, an echo of the truth they can no longer silence. This revelation will be like thunder, a storm of truth crashing down, and you, beloved, will rise like dawn after a sleepless night. The older woman has contacted someone from your past, someone you haven't seen in years, who now carries the truth like a sword, sharp and unyielding. The younger woman dreams of you walking away, her screams unanswered, her guilt a weight she cannot bear. They are praying now not for forgiveness but for strength, knowing the truth will both hurt and heal when it reaches you. The older woman has tried everything, therapy, isolation, silence, to escape her guilt.
Oh.
But your name echoes in every corner of her soul. She writes confessions now, naming names, dates, and truths you never knew, her conscience crumbling under the weight of her secrets. The younger woman holds a bracelet she took from you years ago, promising to return it with an apology that never came. Now, it burns in her palm like judgment, a physical reminder of her betrayal. The heavens have blocked every escape, and the only way forward is through you, through telling you everything they never had the courage to say before. Their tears are desperate prayers, ones they should have spoken years ago, but you are not to be pitied. These tears are not enough to erase what was done. They are merely the beginning of the reckoning. The younger woman has begun sending anonymous donations to causes you care about, a silent offering for what she cannot say to your face. The older woman returned to the place where she hid her letter, holding it up to the sun, tears streaming as she whispered your name before entrusting it to someone you trust. Prepare yourself, for the hour is near. This story ends with your elevation, their sorrow the staircase to your next level. You're being pushed into purpose by the cries of those who once silenced you. One of them will appear at a gathering soon, her presence felt before she speaks, her words trembling with pain, remorse, and hope. You don't need explanations, the divine told you long ago. Through whispers in your spirit, through signs you couldn't ignore. They will never be the same, living in the consequences of betraying you. You didn't seek revenge, you sought peace, and the truth now comes to your door like an unstoppable wind. They cried because they lost you forever, because your light was rare, a warmth they took for granted. The younger woman stood before her mirror an hour ago, tears streaking down her cheeks, your name etched in her sobs. She promised herself she'd never cry for you again, but the weight of her lies crushed her chest like a stone. The older woman has begun writing confessions, not letters this time, but a litany of truths, naming every detail she once thought she could bury. The heavens have heard their prayers, but you are not to be pitied. Their tears are not enough. They are only the beginning of the reckoning. As the storm of truth settles, you stand unshaken, your heart steady in the radiant light of divine clarity. The tears of those who wronged you have carved a path to your healing. not because they were enough, but because they revealed the unyielding strength you've always carried within. The older woman, her confessions now laid bare, finds no solace in her words, only the faint hope that you might one day understand the depth of her remorse. The younger, her heart heavy with the weight of lost chances, begins to rebuild, knowing she can never reclaim the trust she shattered. Yet you, untouched by their shadows, step forward into a future woven with purpose, grace, and divine favor. The divine has rewritten your story, etching your name in gold not as a victim, but as a beacon of resilience, a testament to the power of truth. The crying has ceased, replaced by the quiet hum of justice fulfilled, and you walk on, radiant, ready for the beauty that awaits. Life reclaimed, a legacy restored, a heart made whole.